Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you slept well. One of my recorded messages last night was moving into the new, the old will be lost. And I woke with a sense of freedom. I stretched like a cat, like I used to in my 20s before I had arthritis and stuff. And I stretched and I felt just like a cat. And there was no pain and there was no discomfort and it was just this beautiful stretch. The bindings are coming off. Let's tap in and see what Spirit would like to share with you this morning. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Oh, come on. Alrighty then. Central energy, please, Spirit. The Hierophant. Most High God. The systems of tradition. That can be trusted in. Those who are committed to upholding traditional values. Challenged by Knight of Pentacles in the reversed. Somebody's feeling stuck. They worked without reward. They were careless. They effed up. It's amazing how many will throw away their precious one for a fling, In the subconscious. Ten of Pentacles, or King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Leadership, security. A disciplined and generous leader. In the recent past. We've got the Ace of Wands. Oh yeah, we're getting ready to jump right in and get to work with these new opportunities for this new beginning. Hopes and, intentions and expectations. Wow. That card came out and did a flippy flop all every which way. And it came out in the upright. A Five of Cups in the upright. Somebody has to move on. They have to accept a loss. future. The Star reversed. They have no light. They can't renew themselves. They can't rejuvenate. They don't have any faith. And they've been disconnected from the Hierophant. The Hierophant has, these ones have to walk away. They're in a 5 of Cups, and the Hierophant's like, no, you're in the Star reversed. These ones, this Knight of Pentacles. The lens is being looked through. Well, it came out in the reverse. We got the 8 of Wands reversed, so they're panicking. Because they missed their opportunity and they don't have any energy. They got cut off from the Star. They effed up. Like they said so eloquently the other night upon visiting my room. Yeah, they really effed up. In the environment, we've got the Chariot here. So you've gained a victory over this. You're very determined. And you're moving forward. You know, it's wild how certain folks will get so embroiled and enmeshed in cycles of destruction, of hurting others for gain, that after a time, it doesn't matter who they hurt for gain anymore. They just hurt whoever. And then they realize that they've hurt the wrong one, and they've completely screwed up the entirety of their system, and they don't get anything. It's amazing. And they realized how badly they've effed up. That their little scheme wasn't foolproof. For the Fool. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. The Sun. There is a rebirth and all is well. You have your vitality. They could not take it from you. They tried. So you've got the Sun and you've got the Fool here. New beginnings. New innocent, trustworthy, faithful beginnings. And in the outcome, we've got the 7 of Swords reversed. Somebody wants to rethink their approach. They're malicious and they got caught. And they're in a tower. Moving into the new, the old place will be lost. They're in a tower. And you're moving into your Ace of Cups, your inheritance. You will have enough to share. Your 9 of Cups, your wish come true. They could not take it from you. And now you get to share it with those who you want to share it with. Not with those who want to steal it from you and force it out of your hand, but those who you can release it to freely. With heart, with love. It was all an illusion. And the sad thing is that after they did this and they failed, you no longer care. So you don't want to share. With these particular folk. You no longer care. The Hierophants here affecting a change. Somebody played the system and they worked without reward. They failed. They didn't get congratulated. They were careless, prideful. You've got a King of Pentacles here who does have discipline and is prosperous. We've got conflict. New projects. Arcana. There's attention being brought to the Arcana who are beginning new projects in this new cycle. Those who have been working without gain need to walk away. They have to accept their loss. The vain people, they have to accept their loss. Because a peaceful person is moving into a status of privilege, an Arcana. They got disconnected from the star. They got disconnected from the vitality that they have been abusing and using. There has been a successful defense, and they have been disconnected from this star. The old will be lost. They're frustrated, they're panicked because they missed their opportunity and they don't have any energy. These kin. They're panicked, they don't have any energy, and they're looking at you full of optimism. You're optimistic. You've gained a victory here. You've overcome the challenge that these murderous, selfish, low-level entities were bringing to you. You survived. You survived and you gained a victory. And you're moving on. You're the sun and you're moving into a new beginning. Prophecy. They knew this day was coming. They want to make a confession. They want to come clean. They got caught being malicious. They got caught being malicious to a wholesome person who is a leader. An Arcana. Here and now. They're receiving a message. They're being haunted for what they did for entertainment. That's what they did for entertainment. They haunted people. This schizophrenia, this religious witchery, it's religious witchery entertainment to haunt people, to mentally haunt people. Because they were in competition with you for your home. Rather than just go out and earn it, they had to be brutal And it's time to move into a period of conscientiousness. There was those who were laboring to bring drama and hardship to you because you're stepping into a leadership role, because you are a leader, and there is a backstory here. They were expecting to take your seat. They were expecting to take your life, your love. They were expecting to be seen as important, like you, this religious person, religious facility. They were trying to cloak themselves under the spiritual fortune that you spiritual folk have. They wanted to wear it like it was them, but these religious people just don't have the star quality. They're not connected to the Most High. They're not connected to this Hierophant. Whoever they think they are, whatever institution they got going on, it's a lie. They're not who they say they are. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Daydreaming. Longing for you. There's a change. There's no congratulations. They worked without reward. They chose the wrong target. The Hierophant is committed to the one that they targeted. The Hierophant has commitments to the one that they targeted, this Arcana. The Hierophant knows that religious person isn't Arcana. They know that they were bringing conflict for wealth. They brought conflict to those who appreciated them, to those who they were committed to those that loved them, so that they could get money. They took out that person or persons who loved them, that they were committed to, because in order for this magic to work, they have to have a relationship. They have to have some sort of a commitment. They have to have some sort of a contract or a binding. They have to have some sort of a possession or ownership over your vitality in order to offer it up for a blessing. They have to have your permission to utilize your vitality, your blessings as their own. They have to have a commitment and have some sort of a possession and ownership of it in order to offer it up as a sacrifice. And that's what they've been doing. They've been lying. Their values were all about money. This King of Pentacles is here. Either the King of Pentacles is the Hierophant, or this, I don't think it is. It's this King of Pentacles. It was bringing conflict to those commitments that had appreciation for them. So they betrayed love over and over and over again for money. They're in disagreement about this reunion. They know that when this reunion happens, that they will lose their wealth, because their wealth is stolen. Their wealth never belonged to them. Their wealth was never earned. It was never gifted. The Most High God never gave the wealth to this thief. They stole it. Whatever position of authority they have is a lie. They haven't earned that position. You are Arcana. Attention is brought to this Arcana. Ace of Wands, man. You've got, you're standing in your power. And the shadow wants to mend their connection with you. Of course they do. They've been disconnected from your star. Of course they want to. You've defended yourself. And now they want to reconnect so they can continue hurting you because they have to walk away. They lost. You won. As low down, slimy, and sleazy, and sneaky as these people were, slithering into your dreams, slithering into your mind, planting seeds that didn't even belong there, trying to throw you off track. They were so devious and sneaky, little slime balls. They made mistakes. Of course they did, because they are a mistake. Everything they're doing is a mistake. They're not creating wealth and abundance for self. They're stealing it from others who have. That isn't a creator. That's a destroyer. And they're being disconnected because there is an understanding of what they've been doing. Both sides of this story are seen. They're being disconnected from this star who was able to defend themselves, and they're in regret. They wish it had never happened. Yeah, well, so does everybody else who perished, who didn't survive. This family has a lack of energy now, and you're optimistic. They're feeling overwhelmed and stressed. The stress is draining them. They have no energy, and they can't tap into this star to pull from its vitality. You're gained a victory. You got your chariot here. You survived. You survived what these people did to you. These prideful, egotistical people. You survived them. You are the sun. You're getting your new beginning, your innocent new beginning, and this is prophecy. It was prophesied. They knew this day was coming. They knew this day was coming. They knew what they were doing was going to fail eventually. They knew it. It was prophesied. They knew what they were doing was wrong, and that eventually it was going to fail. They want to escape. So we got the Seven of Swords reversed. They want to come clean. They want to make a confess. They want to reveal the truth. They got caught being malicious to a wholesome person who was a leader. An actual wholesome, peaceful leader. Arcana. These are the most cruel and brutal people ever, man. Yeah. To an irreplaceable person, they decided that it was a great idea to pull out the most evil, atrocious characteristics and apply it to self and then pour it into the world. Boy, they loved that. They loved that. They decided to embody the most vile, horrendous, traumatic, and dramatic expression of destruction and chaos. And then pour that into this irreplaceable, wholesome person who is a leader, Arcana, so that they can have money. They decided to be the most cruel, vicious, vile version of self for money. They came against somebody who has an inseparable love with the Hierophant, with the one who gives out the money, the reward. And now they want forgiveness because the truth has been revealed about what they've been doing with soul contracts. And now they're going to get what they've been giving, and they want to run away. The Hierophant is bringing about change. There's no congratulations. These ones have been working against their own commitments, their own bloodline, their own family line, their own wives, their own husbands, their own children. They've been taking them out, eliminating them for money. They've been destroying their own family line, their own contracts, their own connections for money. And they thought somehow they were going to be able to survive by destroying themselves. They don't know what to do. They're longing for you. They've been cut off from the star. The Hierophant's affecting a change. They're not being congratulated for the way they've handled their commitments. They've been working hard against these commitments, bringing fear, trauma, drama, death to those who committed to them out of love. They're in fear and they're worried about this change. They don't know what to do. The Hierophant is like, Boff on goo. Boff on freaking goo. Boff off freaking goo, man. They're in disagreement over this reunion. We'll always come back to each other. They knew this day was coming. They knew it was going to happen. And they knew that they were going to get discovered and found out for all of the shitty ass things and all of the horrendous murders and theft that they've been doing. They knew this was going to happen. And they brought adversity anyway. They hurt everybody while exclaiming, "You don't know how I feel. But I love you. What are you doing? You don't know how I feel." And this is what they do. They don't want to surrender. They want to mend the connection so they can continue being vile toward this particular life form or life forms. They're vain. They've lost. They made mistakes. There is peace and privilege and discipline for this arcana. There's an understanding of what these ones have been doing on both sides of this fiasco. These vain people have been disconnected from the star. They've been disconnected from healing and rejuvenation. They've been disconnected from the spiritual fortune. They're in regret because the arcana was able to defend themselves and be defended. This arcana, they don't have any gratitude. They were never thankful for anything. They were just brutal and cruel. And now they don't have any energy. And they're blaming the star. Where are you? I need you. You need to understand how I feel. Come here so I can siphon off of you and make you feel bad. Because you need to feel how I feel. They're blaming you. They're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out because they've been cut off from your optimistic happiness. They don't have happiness inside of them. They were pulling off of your happiness. They were pulling off of your joy, and they were leaving you in sorrow. But now you have your happiness. You've been disconnected from them, and you got your happiness. You survived. These egotistical, prideful people. You have friends. You have friends who don't want to see you fall. They're working on your behalf to ensure that these ones don't take you down. Make sure you thank them. They recognize you as an abundant, limitless being with potential to manifest whatever you want in this world. You are a real gift to this world. You're not selfish. You share generously. These ones were prideful and pissed off that you were the one giving them stuff. They just wanted to take it and be the one to give it to others. But the fact is that they didn't give it to anybody else. They stole it and they didn't share it because they're not arcana. You've got your chariot, you've got excellent willpower, you've gained a victory, you're going on a journey, you survived these prideful, egotistical persons, you persevered. You know you can do whatever you set your mind to. These ones can't. You know you can. You're the sun, you're the star. You have this blind faith in the Most High. No matter what is going on in your world or how traumatic or dramatic or horrible it is, you know that everything happens in divine order and you accept it with patience and you persevere. These ones, they want to escape. They don't want to persevere. They don't want to have to go through the trials and tribulations that generate, that make you go inside and find your seed and generate that light. You got to birth it. They don't want to birth anything. They just want to go steal it. Abundance. They want to steal your abundance. You are an abundant, limitless being. You can manifest whatever you desire in this physical world. You are the sun and you're coming into a new beginning. It was prophesied. These ones are under judgment for being malicious. They got caught for coming against an arcana, wholesome, limelight position, an irreplaceable leader, an irreplaceable person. So these ones are big ass failures, or no, they're failures. They failed. They could not cause a failure for love. They couldn't cause a failure for love. They tried to destroy the love in you and they failed. They tried to strip it from this world and they failed. You are open to seeing both sides of this situation. This is a second card out here saying you can see both sides of this situation. You know exactly what these prideful people were doing and they're under judgment. They were not in service to anybody. They were coming after people who possess gifts of the soul that benefit themselves and other, and they were causing grief for their health. They were envious of honesty, and they wanted to destroy it. They were envious of everything that was good, everything that actually deserved the reward. They hated because they didn't deserve the reward. They knew that they didn't have inside of them that which was worthy of the gift. So they stole it. And they brutalized everyone who kept it from them. It's like, oh, you're going to keep this wealth from me? Well, then I'm just going to murder you, and I'm going to murder everybody who has anything to do with you. And so there we go. There's the war. It's like, you've been found unworthy. You're not going to get any of my gifts. I'm not giving them to you. So what do? They come up and they kill and they steal. How dare you not give me your gifts? sorry, not everybody deserves a trophy or a freaking ice cream cone after the game, okay? It was a game they chose to play, and they don't get the prize. No pizza party. No freaking pizza party. Mature man. Daydreaming about you. Doesn't know what to do. In fear and worry over this commitment. They're not being congratulated. They were working against you to cause a change for themselves. They were brutal. They were malicious. They were vicious. They effed up. They came for the wrong one. They didn't know who you were. See, they've been doing this for so long. They've been recycling people for so long, martyring them over and over. They didn't realize who you were or who you had become throughout these processes. They figured you were the same old, but they didn't realize how you had grown throughout these challenges, how much you had overcome and become throughout these challenges. They thought they could just do an easy smackdown, figuring you would never grow or expand or become anything, figuring they could always hold you in a state of fear and worry, draining your, in the dream state, draining your root and sacral chakras to constantly keep that energy down there. You're needing you to replenish down there so that you could be in the state of survival, fight or flight mode. With your sacral and your root chakra constantly being drained, you're constantly in that mode because you're constantly replenishing that energy. So you're always in that mode in the lower chakras, because they send in the dream lovers and they send in masturbation dreams and they constantly drain off that. So you can't utilize that energy to come up into the heart space and then say, boom, freaking create. They keep you in the fear and survival mode purposely. It's a ploy. They're trying to get out of bad health. They don't want to be in bad health. They're going to be in bad health. They're suffering bad health. They've been cut off from the star. They've been cut off from the rejuvenator. They've been cut off from their wish come true. They've been cut off from their cash cow. They've been cut off from that which healed them. They brought conflict to that which was bringing appreciation. They brought conflict to that which was bringing abundance. They brought adversity to those who they determined didn't understand how they felt. They never offered communication or compromise to anything. It was always an insistence, you were wrong, they were right, and you needed to suffer. And now they're in poverty. Now they're in poverty for coming after your money. This King of Pentacles is facing poverty. Because this mature man, that's just his MO. That's all he does, is he gains a contract. And then because he has the contract, he can then work a magic because he has your permission to operate in your essence, in your energy, in your field. You've given him control over it. And he offers it up for a sacrifice so that he can get money. I don't like these contracts. I think that it's all bullpucky, and the way that they have these contracts and these religious freaking things and marriage freaking things working out in this system is bad. The old system is, I gotta remember. What did they say? We're moving into the new, and that old will disappear. It will simply disappear. So let it fade from the memory. Let this community fade from the memory. They don't want to surrender. They're still in the shadows and they want to mend the connection. Let them fade. Let them go. They've lost. They're vain. They made mistakes. They wish they could right their wrongs. They can't. And if you give them an opportunity to right their wrongs, they will simply continue to do what they're doing, because you are a main female, you're disciplined, you're at peace, you are privileged. This mature woman is vain, and she lost. She lost. She made mistakes. Trying to be you with her mature man, they failed. And the Hierophant is here, committed, deeply committed to this main female, to this arcana. If you think the Most High God is just going to let you tromp all over and destroy and put into hell his earth angels, you got another thing coming. He's here, and he's pissed. He's real pissed. You deserve everything you get. False person, disconnected from the star, in regret, wasn't grateful for anything. This is just a mean, vile, evil bitch. The star, they've been disconnected from the star. They've been disconnected from the essence. They've been disconnected from the gift. If they've been wandering around telling everybody, oh, I'm this and I'm that, okay, all of a sudden it is seen that that is completely a lie. They've been harvesting other people's energy and then pretending to be that. It's seen. It's seen who the gift is. And it isn't this false person. They're under adjudication. This non-high honor person is under adjudication over this sudden wealth. They're stressed out. They don't have any energy. They've been disconnected from this star, this kin, this family, this contractual agreement. They're stressed out because you have optimism, you have friends, and you have a gift. You have sudden wealth. And this sudden wealth is getting poured out to your friends, not to your enemies. You get to give it to who you want to give it to, not to who determines they deserve it more than you. There's a thief. You survived this thief. This prideful, egotistical thief. You've gained a victory over this thief. Over this wealthy man. This false wealthy man. He's not an actual wealthy man. He's just a thief. He is bereft. There's no substance in this person. There's no soul. They are so empty spiritually, and there's no soul. This is a dark... This is what this person is. And they've been working with this community to destroy loving unions, to gain contracts with people who have spiritual inheritance, and then to offer them as a sacrifice so that they can absorb that inheritance. That's how this person gained their wealth. They could not cause a failure to love. There's a change. They're expecting a change regarding this gift. The gift doesn't belong to these thieves. It was an illusion cast by spirits that they were conjuring up, doing things in a family room, trying to get unexpected income, trying to steal. They're in the courthouse for the work and the toil and labor that they've been doing to try to gain great fortune. And they're in despair because the lovers are coming together and there is a marriage. Courtship with the main male and privileged lady. And they're going on a journey. They're concerned because they're going on a journey. They don't get to stay in the house. I've been getting, so we're entering into the new. The old place will disappear. wherever these ones are going. They can't stay in the house, in the garden. They're getting evicted from the garden. They're getting evicted from the garden, from the house, from God's house. They had their great time. They played with the wealth. They destroyed a lot of life. And now they get to go away. The party's over. They don't know what to do. You're a sweetheart. The Hierophant knows you're a sweetheart. You're here to birth sweetness into this world. And they tried to take you out. They treated you like you were trash. You're the one of the most highly prized, sweet gifts this Most High God gave this world. And these ones treated you like you were trash. Because they're trash. And looking at you, every time they looked at you, they reminded of how trashy they are. There's death. This is over. They effed up really, really bad. They're going to disappear. And they're going to experience poverty and conflict and adversity. They're stressed out over your blessing. Your reunion. You're powerful. You have this Ace of Wands willpower, arcana, and attention is being brought to you. This community that's in the shadow wants to fix the connection. They don't want to surrender. They curse themselves. This community in the shadows wants to mend the connection because they don't want to surrender and they want to curse you with misfortune. That's their only purpose. Their only purpose is to curse you and whatever else that they don't like in the world. That's all they have to offer. You've reached your goals and you're having sweet dreams. Your arcana. This vain, mature woman lost. She made mistakes. She needs to walk away. She's sick. She's sick. She's been disconnected from your energy. She can't wear your energy and she can't pretend to be you anymore, so she's sick. She's living some weird fantasy. You're a peaceful, privileged person. You are very disciplined. You're the main female. This false person tried to rob you of your life, of your identity, and everything that comes with it. And they don't have any gratitude. They're not a thankful person. They're not a loving person. They don't support others. They don't share their gifts with others. They come after those who made a vow, like who made a vow. They go after people, they convince them to make a vow, and then they take them out. They want to apologize. There's no apologize. The only reason that they want to apologize is because they got caught. They got caught being really malicious, and so now they're like, whoa, now they have to look at themselves and see themselves. And they're like, they don't want to see that. Now they're like apologizing. Can you just accept my apology so we can sweep this under the rug and make it go away? No. You're not high honor. You're under adjudication. All this family, this whole kin, whatever this contractual family connection is, they only entered it to take advantage of your happiness, your sudden wealth. You're a high value person, and they wanted to drain you for everything that you are and then eliminate you. They effed up. They came after the wrong one, which threw their whole communal freaking process off. Because you survived this particular attack, everybody that this mature man has been in cahoots with doing this kind of thing is now caught. Memories, the history of it, it's all seen. What this prideful, egotistical thief was doing. They're confined. They wanted you in a world stuck without love, without care, without material items, without the basic necessities. They wanted you in misery. And now that's what they're getting. They're getting locked and confined right into it, and they want to escape it. There's a change for the gift. You are the gift. You are the star. You are the arcana. You're the wholesome leader that these ones martyred and pretended to be. This mature woman has been pretending to be you for a long freaking time. This little skank is an expert at identity theft. And now they have to survive some natural disasters. They failed to eliminate love. They couldn't cause a failure for love. It's fated. It was prophesied. They were blind. They knew it. They walked in there and bound themselves. They bound themselves over and over and over again. They bound themselves with these rituals, with these religious rituals. And they made vows trying to get this gift, trying to get this real estate, trying to get your family, trying to get your life path, and they lost, and they've been stopped. And there's evidence of everything that they were doing. They're lonely now, and you're relaxed. Justice is being served. They are in danger. They want to compromise. Their coach is afraid. They're afraid of what they did to eternal love. They should be afraid of what they did to eternal love. I have no pity for them. None. I have no care. I have zero care. I'm completely disconnected. The only thing that remains connected is that these ones, they keep trying to paw, energetically paw. Ooh, so they energetically paw at you, mentally paw at you, And then they try to come in the physical and get into your toroidal field and input themselves into your energetic field. Man, don't let these people too close to you. They want to pollute your energetic field with their own energy. And then they want to siphon out your energy and place all of their energy on you and make you look like them. They've been getting away with this for a number of years, probably decades and centuries. They're scum. They're worse than scum. At least scum breeds mosquitoes. These guys don't breed anything. So they're not going to go on a journey. They can't honor what their agreements with this merchant. They don't have any substance to sell the merchant. They couldn't take your vitality. They couldn't take your wealth. They've got death here. Bad health and death. Fear and worry. They worked without reward. You survived. You survived. They're waiting. They've got bad health and death. And we got wedding. It's like when this wedding happens, they're waiting for this love, for this lover. There's a reunion. Coming home. There's a reunion happening. The lover is coming home. There will be a wedding. And when this wedding happens, that's it. That's it. There's a new family tree. It's really sad when you realize who and what people actually are. They're all up in their thoughts. They can't stop thinking about it. You survived. She couldn't pretend to be you. They couldn't eliminate you. This pleasure seeker is in despair. Haughty. They don't care about anything or anyone but themselves. And they want to apologize, but it's not a sincere apology. It's just that they're feeling bad because they lost. So they want to apologize. They want to mend the connection because they want to continue siphoning off of you. It's all they got. They can't create anything or manifest anything for themselves. Hope. You have hope. You're a high value person. You are you're coming into sudden wealth. You persevere. You have friends. You have friends that don't want to see you fall. You have friends that are aware of what has been happening to you, and not only to you, but to others. And that's the big thing. That's the huge thing right there, is that it isn't just happening to you, it's happening to so many others. It's happening to friends of your friends. So, this egotistical, prideful thief is having memories of what they did to you. They're not a friend. Friend in the reverse. They were never a friend. You were always a target. We got surprise in the reverse. You survived, you persevered, you gained a victory, and that's no surprise. You're simply a different caliber of essence, of life form. You're consistent. You're consistently sunny and abundant. This isn't just a willy-nilly game. This is, they say, is it natural? Is it caused by some sort of drugs or some sort of whatever, this happiness, this whatever, It's as natural can be, in a world full of toxicity. You succeeded. It was prophesied that you would. And this wealthy man wants to escape confinement now. They're busted. And they have no money. They have no money. They're in prison. This foe is suffering a misfortune, and they're in prison. There's a young woman who was involved in this, who is sick with the doctor. They destroyed themselves. This soldier offering a service, they destroyed themselves coming after your gift. These false persons destroyed themselves coming after your gift. This false person came after your gift, and they're receiving death for coming after your fortune. They're in sorrow because you're happy. They're in melancholy over your house. And the fact that there's a child with the Lord in this reunion. The Lord is going to birth a child. There's a new family tree. The Lord is here, and He's going to birth a new freaking family tree. I'm telling you, there's a new wife. The Lord is here. He's got a wife. She's Arcana. Everybody's been pretending to be her, trying to throw him off. Like, I'm her. And so he's been having to do a serious investigation and research over and over and over again to verify the identity of this Arcana, peaceful, wholesome, limelight main female who survived. Well, the Lord is going to birth a new family tree with this main female, and the new is coming in, and the old is going to disappear. the ways of doing things that have been this habitual pattern of this community, they're being evicted out of the house. They're being thrown out of the house. You cannot do that here. This is a new cycle. See you on the next one, everybody.